Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Gina Rowe and today we have another 2-week plan. This is 2 weeks, 3 meals a day for a family of 4. This is right around $50 and it's everything you need to prepare the meals, and it's 100% shelf stable. Nothing needed from your fridge or your freezer. It's something you can put on your shelf, store away, and have 2 weeks worth of food for your family. So my intention here is to be able to take things and put them away in a box and store it in a closet or something, so that if there's an emergency, I don't need to pull stuff out of my refrigerator or my freezer or anything, that I have shelf-stable foods that have about a 2-year shelf life, that are made from real food with basic things that you probably already have in your pantry or already rotate through on a regular basis. I have everything here for 3 meals a day for a family of 4. And for around $50. The exact amount is $52.18. And I will break it down to the details as I go along so that you know how much I spend on different things in case you want to swap any of it out. So let's dive into the individual meals. So for breakfast, I have grits. This package of grits is 61 servings, more than enough for 2 weeks worth of breakfast for a family of 4, and it is $2.78 at Walmart. Next is lunch. And for lunch, I have Bear River Creek soups. Each of these packages is $2.96, and there's a really wide variety. They are all just add water mixes, and you can pick from a wide variety and just have soup for lunch each day. Next, for dinner, we have tuna noodle casserole. The pasta is $1 per pound for a 1-pound box at Walmart. This is rotini, and you only need 1.5 pounds of this pasta. You need a can of cream and mushroom soup at Walmart. Those are 50 cents. Can of tuna. They're 68 cents each, and you do need 2 cans of tuna, so that's $1.36, and then 1 can of peas for 50 cents. Altogether, that's $5.36, and this will make 12 servings of tuna noodle casserole. So you can make it all at once, or you can split it in half and make half each time. Next, we have lentil sloppy joes. This is a meat-free option of sloppy joes. And again, if you have meat and want to add it in, that'd be great. But this is so that you can have a shelf-stable option for sloppy joes. You need 1/2 pound of the lentils. And then I buy my TVP at Winco in bulk. It comes out to about 50 cents a cup for the TVP, and the TVP added in just gives it a nice texture. And then you want to add in some beef broth, some beef bouillon, and the lentils in TVP are really great at absorbing in the flavors of a beef broth, so that's where they get their kind of meat substitute flavoring. And then a can of tomato sauce is 26 cents, and a can of tomato paste is 52 cents. Again, these are at Walmart. And then the sloppy joe mix was 50 cents at Winco. Altogether, it's $3.81, and this makes 8 servings that you can serve on buns, or you can make on open-faced sandwiches. But it's a great option to have something a little bit different and really easy to throw together. Next is just taco bowls. Rice and beans is a great foundation for your food storage. It's a great foundation for taco bowls. It's 50 cents worth of rice for a 1 pound out of a 5-pound bag. This is pinto beans, or you can use black beans, depending on whether you use black beans or pinto beans. For pinto beans, it'll be a little less than $1 worth of beans, and for black beans, it'll be a little bit more than $1 worth of beans. Then a jar of salsa is $1.98. And then you could add in taco seasoning or whatever seasonings you have on your shelf. If you have some dried onions, garlic, all of that stuff is great to add in. You can even add in some taco seasoning. But taco bowls are really simple to clean out anything else you have. Even if you have a little bit of the lentil sloppy joe mix to add into the taco bowls, those really go great together. Next is a stuffing casserole. Couldn't be easier. You buy a package of stuffing, which is 82 cents. This has a can of chunky grilled chicken and sausage gumbo. I've also made it with a hearty chicken with vegetables. Really, any of the rices or any of the chunky soups that are meat with vegetables go really well in this. My favorite happens to be the grilled chicken and sausage gumbo. And then I add in, and the soup is $1.78 for a can of chunky soup. And then I add in a can of mixed vegetables, which is $1.14. Altogether, that is $3.74. And this makes 6 servings and is the easiest casserole to just throw together and throw in the oven. Next, we have creamy chicken pasta. Again, we're starting off with a 1 pound box of pasta. 1 pound boxes of pasta are typically $1 at Walmart. I picked the farfalle. I like the little bow tie pastas the best, although I have done this with rotini and that works out great, but any pound of pasta will work. You need 1 can of cream of chicken soup, which is $1.48, and 1 can of cream of mushroom soup, which is 50 cents. Then you will additionally need 2 cans of mushrooms. Those are 80 cents each. And then a 10-ounce can of chicken, which is $1.64 at Walmart. Altogether, this is $6.22, and it makes 8 servings of a really great pasta dish. And of course, we have shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie couldn't be easier. We have 3 cans of mushrooms at 80 cents each. We're using a half a cup of the lentils that are left over from the lentil sloppy joes earlier. We're going to add in 1 can of mixed vegetables, which is $1.14. And then this box of instant mashed potatoes, this is a 15.3 ounce box. It is $1.24 and makes 20 servings. We only need a third of this box of instant potatoes to finish out the shepherd's pie. Now, of course, if you have minced onions, minced garlic, any of those sort of flavorings, they're really going to enhance the flavor here. But you've got all the basic ingredients here. And it's $5.39, and this also makes 6 servings. So altogether for dinner, you have 52 servings for $30.66. If we add in the breakfast and the lunch, we are at $52.18 to have enough food for 2 weeks for 3 meals a day for a family of 4. These are some great basic foods. I rotate out my foods once a year. I go through everything that I have once a year, and anything that's going to expire in that year, I usually do it in January. Anything that's going to expire, I move into my working pantry and we'll use it up in the next couple of months and then replenish it every year. Altogether, this is about $50, but the rice, the beans, the potatoes, the lentils, a lot of this stuff is shelf-stable, long-term food storage. So I don't have to replace that every year or every 2. And most of the stuff has a 2-year shelf life. So if you put this on a shelf for 2 years, you would probably be okay. So as you can tell me, I'm going to add this into my shelf behind me. 2 weeks worth of food. It'll fit on 1 shelf. And to have the food security in these crazy times that we're living in right now, where you don't know if you're going to be able to make it to the store, if you're potentially going to be quarantined for potentially weeks at a time, or if there may be some potential interruptions to the grocery shopping that we saw earlier this year. For me, I want to have some stuff that I have on my shelf that I don't have to run to the store for, that I don't have to depend on a refrigerator or freezer for, that I can just have on a shelf or in a box and tucked away and can set it aside and not worry about where my next meal is coming from. You can mix and match some of these ideas out with other 2-week plans that I have. I will put in the description below a couple of the other 2-week plans that I've done so you can mix and match them. But this is about $50 for 2 weeks worth of food that is shelf stable. And it is a really great foundation to build your pantry on. And most of these are things that I keep in my pantry anyway. Whether you do this plan exactly as it stands or bits and pieces of it, do something today to be prepared.